Hello, friends! Welcome back to Webronaq. Today we're going to talk about something every beginner in C programming comes across right from day one, the %d format specifier. You've probably seen this little symbol sitting inside printf and scanf statements and wondered, what exactly is this thing and why do we use it? Well, don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll understand it completely in the simplest way possible. So as you can see on the screen, this is from a C programming lesson titled Understanding the %d format specifier. And the definition here is really clean and straightforward. In C, %d is basically a placeholder. Think of it like an empty slot that tells the program, hey, a whole number is going to go here. It's used inside two very common functions, printf, which prints something on the screen, and scanf, which takes input from the user. And the kind of value %d works with is called a signed decimal integer. Now that sounds fancy, but in plain English, it just means a whole number in base 10. You know, numbers like 5, 42, 100, or even negative numbers like -7. No decimals, no fractions, just regular counting numbers.
All right, now look at this screen. We have two things side by side. On the left, we have an actual C program showing %d in action, and on the right, we have a clear explanation of how it all works. Let me walk you through both. Starting with the code on the left, at the top, we have include/studio.h. This is just telling C, hey, I want to use input and output functions like printf. Then inside main, we have three variables declared. Age is set to 25, year is set to 2026, and temperature is set to -10. Notice that temperature is a negative number. That's important because %d handles negative numbers too. Below that, you can see three printf statements. Each one has a sentence with %d sitting inside it, and then a variable name at the end. So the program is going to take those numbers, 25, 2026, and -10, and drop them right into the spots where %d is written. Now look at the right side, the anatomy of %d. This breaks it down beautifully. The %sign, %, is basically a signal. It tells the compiler, stop reading this as plain text, a value is coming up. And then the letter D, which stands for decimal, tells the compiler exactly what kind of value to expect. A signed integer, meaning a whole number that can be positive or negative. And just below that, under how it works in printf, the explanation is super simple. Whenever printf sees %d, it grabs the next integer you gave it, turns it into readable digits, and places it exactly where the %d was sitting. So the placeholder gets replaced by the actual number. Pretty neat, right? Now let's scroll down and see what the actual output of this program looks like. All right, let's continue scrolling through the same example. Now we're looking at the second half of the code, and there's some really interesting stuff happening here. First, notice this line, printf sum equals %d, age plus year. This is showing you something cool. You don't always have to put a single variable in place of %d. You can put a whole calculation there. Here, it's adding age plus year, and whatever the answer is, that number gets printed where the %d is sitting. So %d is flexible. It accepts any integer value or expression. Then below, we have a new section, reading an integer with %d. First, a variable called number is declared. Then printf asks the user, enter a number. And right after that comes the scanf line. And this is where things get a little different. Inside scanf, we still use %d, but notice the little and symbol before number. That ampersand basically means the address of this variable. It tells scanf where in memory to store the number the user types in. Don't worry about the deep technical side right now. Just remember that with scanf, you always put and before the variable name. Now look at the right side panel. Under how it works in scanf, the explanation says it perfectly. Inside scanf, %d works in reverse. Instead of printing a number out, it waits for the user to type one in and then stores it at that memory address. And just below that, under handles negatives too, this is an important point. %d accepts negative numbers, which makes it perfect for things like temperatures, bank balances, or any value that can go below 0. There's another specifier called %u, which is unsigned and only takes positive numbers, but %d covers both. Now, let's move on and look at what this program actually prints when we run it. All right, now this is the fun part. Let me show you the actual output of the program we just went through. This is the terminal output, meaning this is exactly what you'd see on your screen when you run the code. Look at the first line. My age is 25 years. See how the %d got replaced with the actual value, 25? That's exactly what we talked about. The placeholder disappears and the real number takes its place. Then current year, 2026. Same thing. %d became 2026. Temperature, -10 degrees Celsius. And notice it happily printed the negative number without any problem. That's the signed integer behavior we mentioned earlier. Next, sum equals 2051. Remember, in the code we wrote age plus year, which is 25 plus 2026. The program added them up and displayed the result right there. So %d worked perfectly with a calculation too. Then the program asked, enter a number. The user typed 42, and the program confirmed by saying, you entered 42. This is scanf in action. It captured the input and printed it back using %d. Now scroll down a little and look at the key takeaways section. This is like a quick summary box to help you remember everything. Let me quickly walk through all 4 points. Number 1, %d equals decimal integer. The letter D literally stands for decimal, which means base 10 whole numbers, the ones we use every day. Number 2, works with int. This means whenever you use %d, the variable you're pairing it with should be declared as int. They go hand in hand. Number 3, signed by nature. %d accepts positive numbers, negative numbers, and even 0. No restrictions. And number 4, use and in scanf. Whenever you're reading input with scanf, always remember to put the ampersand symbol before the variable name, like scanf %d, and x. This tells scanf where to store the value in memory.